Hey folks, welcome to VerifiedInvesting.com. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. We have to talk about the crypto crash, massive drop, massive flush, all of this being triggered after in the after hours of the stock market, President Trump levied 100% additional tariffs on China. And we saw massive liquidations on these flushes in crypto. But the charts, let's be fair, the charts were not exactly robustly bullish. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look. Now, if you guys have been following along, you know that I had said the top here in the near term until proven otherwise would be right here, right? And why? Why? Well, I've gone over this many times, but for those of you that are new, you take your high from 2017 to your high from 2021's bull market right there. And literally it gave us this top, and now very clearly this top as well. Now, listen, in all fairness, we came down to touch this support level in a video I just posted earlier before this crash. We were trading right into the 117, 118,000 level. I said, if that breaks, we could go to about 110, and that's exactly where we went. How did I know that level was going to be key? Look at the trend line. The trend line, this is literally the trend line I showed you guys in that video that I posted just a few hours ago. And listen, normally I wouldn't do two crypto videos like this back to back, but when we have major action in the markets like this, major flushes, I've got to look at the charts and reevaluate. And I want to pass that information on to you guys. Okay, so back to the charts here. Bitcoin tagged major support at the Pierce of 110. That is now the level of support. We're already getting a bounce off of this. But let's be fair. You're going to hear that a lot of longs got liquidated on that flush. My guess is leverage got way too high, just like in the stock market. And the stock market took its biggest drop since April when we were seeing the liberation tariff sell-off go on. 2.7% on the S&P, 3.5% on the NASDAQ. So we see the de-risking going into crypto as well. And that's really what happens, right? A lot of people try and tell me that, oh, they're not coordinated anymore. The answer is yes, they still are. When people panic, they sell. And interestingly enough, gold was actually up today. Now, it didn't make a new all-time high, but gold showed that actually it withstood the fear of risk assets, right? In other words, gold is still king of the safe haven trade. Very interesting there as well. All right. So on Bitcoin, guys, this is now a simple chart to follow. How are we going to do this? Let's just draw on the chart. Here's your resistance, right around 126 and change. Here is your technical support, right here around 110 to 111. If this breaks, you're likely going to head down to this area right here, just below 100. That is my next target level if we break down. Why do I have a target level here? Well, very simply, you can see here, these highs right in here, right across here. Therefore, we have to assume that if we break here, that's your next target. And by the way, it's a break of the even number of 100 as well, which is significant. Now, on the upside, there'll be a little minor resistance at 117, 118 here, which was a little minor support. We had hit it earlier today. We were holding until this latest flush. But really, it's just minor. It's been chopped through now. It's really coming down to this level. This is the one that if you're a bull, you got to get through this level. There's just nothing to it. It's not really rising fast enough where, if we have a bear market, that's one thing. Then in a year or two, this is going to be a lot higher. But if you're a bull and you want to see 150 by end of year or by early next year, you just have to get through this level. Now, if you get through it, yeah, game on. But right now, we don't know. So that's your Bitcoin analysis. Let's talk about ETH. ETH is great, guys. This is exactly what we've been following here. Look at the technicals on this chart here on ETH. Let me bring this up. We have this level to here, broke out, confirmed, then became support. So resistance, up through it, support all through here, goes up, finally breaks down, confirms, and then you come back up, resistance, and then it tries to break out. Ask yourself, did we confirm the breakout? If you know the confirmation signal, you know the answer was nope. You can't confirm until the next day when it has to close above that high, and that could be a fake out. And fake outs do happen, whether they're institutional based to lure in retail. I don't know. What I do know is the confirmation signal is my playbook. It's like my number one thing to look at when I'm looking for breakouts that are true or fake outs. All right. And same thing on the downside, breakdowns versus fake downs. All right. So here we had a break above it, didn't confirm, meant it wasn't necessarily a real breakout. And then boom, consolidation and collapse. Now, as we come down here, Where is the technical level that we're following here? Well, really, you honestly, you're still holding this technical. Yes, you pierced it, but that's still going to be a little bit of support. So 3,840 is technical support. If we break through that, you have a level here at 30, just below 3,400. Now, just an announcement in Smart Money Crypto, which is my crypto swing trading service, we literally unloaded all of our shorts. We were short. Every position in there was short. We unloaded them all. I was Bitcoin short, all out of that. Ethereum short, all out of that. I had Zcash. I had MNT. I mean, all out of these guys just out. The problem was it was such a fast flush that by the time I exited my shorts, I couldn't really get into longs. So on retraces down, I actually am looking to get into some longs. I'll talk about those in just a second. And listen, just a reminder, guys, I have nothing against crypto. I'm neither bullish nor bearish, meaning that I just trade what the chart tells me in the short term. Listen, do I know where Solana is going to be in 5 years? I have literally no clue. Could be higher, could be a lot higher, could be lower, could be a lot lower. What I do know is short-term technical signals on the charts that guide me to the near-term price action. It's how I called the 126 top here in Bitcoin that we just see. And literally from 126, we all fell down to about 108,000, 107,000 within a matter of days. It's amazing how charts work. I mean, it literally is. It changed my life. I hope it can change yours like it has changed mine. Okay, so that's your ETH chart here, folks. Again, this is going to remain resistance. If you confirm above it, we go above 5,000. But until then, this is resistance right here around 45 to 4,600. All right, support going to remain at 38.25 and then down to about 30, just below 3,400. XRP, look at the flush on XRP. That is amazing. Look, here's your wedge. It kept trying to break out. It even closed above here and here, but it never confirmed the breakout. Then back below, then closed here, then tried to get above, couldn't. And then, it's trying too hard to break out and it's failing. What's the path of least resistance? To the downside. Now, in all fairness, this was just a fast flush, and look at where it went to. I mean, literally went right to the support level around 180 to 185. Look, all these low pivots here, guys. It's just, this is gravy right here. All right, that's support. I mean, there's huge support here. Huge support. Now, if it ever gets below here, God help us all, right? I mean, that's the essence of it. I mean, you're going to go here, then here. But as long as it can hold this, it's good. And it should be honestly bought until it fails. Then a stop out can be used. And then on the upside, very simple. Just keep extending this out. If we ever break above and confirm above this line, it can go back to the highs. But wow. On to Solana, guys. Look at Solana, upsloping trend line. Classic action right here, through here, all the way here. Broke down. This was support along here, right? Support, it hits and bounces. Hits, bounces, hits, bounces, hits, bounces. Once it breaks, it confirms. What does this become? Resistance. Goes up, rejected. Look at the flush. This one did not quite achieve its target price. I don't know if it will, but if it does, I'm a buyer right here at around 170 on Solana. That would be a great level, and that's the level I'm going to be looking for. Not to say it can't break there, by the way, but I would start a position at 170 and then probably add at 155 here, then add more at 129, 130 area right down here. Basically, DCA starting around that level. Incredible stuff. I mean, today was a wild day, folks. The markets, listen, if you've been following me for stocks or anything else, we've talked about risk assets, everything going up with gold. There's something that has to break. All right. It just does. You don't have every asset just going up and away. Something's disconnected there. Today, we're starting to see that. All of a sudden, it's just some bad news on China-US relations, and the bottom falls out. The stock market in the after hours was down another 1% tonight. And again, that's after being down again 3.5% on the NASDAQ, down another. That's 4.5% in one day. It's almost 5%. That's almost unheard of. I mean, that's bad action. Now, listen, by Monday, I want to be clear. Trump, he tends to not like the stock market going down. He may walk back some of his rhetoric to calm things, in which case we could bounce on Monday. That's fine. I have my levels. I'm neither a bull nor a bear. I'm just following the charts. The charts tell me what to do. I don't tell the charts. And always remember, folks, verified investing is all no BS, just charts. What are the charts telling us? That's how we trade. Just that simple. You guys have a great one. Thanks so much for tuning in again. Take care.